Now, folks, all the way from the West Coast, humorist Will Roberts and his take on the day's news. Brought to you by politicalcomedians.com. All right, Will, what's the scoop?
So the question that's been circulating around the news this week is, was this recent town hall for Romney a Sister Souljhr moment or a Twisted Sister moment? See, this week, the big elephant in the room seems to be Mitt Romney. Of course, this may be a circus that rolls into town a lot in the coming months before the elections. See, Mr. Romney ran the other way with the ball when the ball was placed in his hands. Now, if you don't know what happened, get used to hearing these comments because I know it'll become a household statement, or maybe even a bumper sticker. I'll be paraphrasing as I don't want to be the person who profits on such political gas. See, someone was handed the microphone to question Mr. Romney in this town hall, and she said, "I agree we should try the president for treason." And then she asked an unrelated question about cleaning up the government. And Mr. Romney, well, he went to the question and brushed over the comment. Now, after this town hall, I'm sure that Mr. Romney wishes he could turn the slate upside down, shake it a few times, and try again. Unfortunately, Mr. Romney, mulligans only exist in golf. Now, the best way for me to explain and put this into my own words what a Sister Souljhr moment means, and by the way, it's spelled sister and then Souljhr, which is Souljah, and it was created because of an incident in the past with hip-hop author and activist Sister Souljhr. Anyway, the best way for me to describe this is one day I was here in Las Vegas, in a not-so-nice area. However, I was in this part of town, and in the middle of the street was a woman. Obviously a professional woman. Only in Las Vegas can you use the term professional woman, and people know what profession you mean. Anyhow, she was screaming, and then there was this gentleman near her screaming back. Let's just say that there was money involved. It was pretty obvious that she was physically abused as well as mentally abused. Well, I can tell you folks that if you were off on the side of the road with a flat tire, or even a hangnail for that matter, I would most likely stop and help you out. That's just who I am. It's just what I believe in. Now, I don't suggest that you do this on your own. You should always be concerned with your safety first. Plus, I was with a few friends that know this is a sign for me to jump into a phone booth and change into my superhero garb. So I decided to yell out, "Hey, stop that. Leave her alone." Now, if I decided not to yell out and just drive on, well, that would have been my Sister Souljhr moment. Because if you're faced with a time where your values and beliefs are questioned and you decide to take the high road and fly right over the injustice of what's being said and pretend that it didn't happen, then maybe you're worse than the people who said it. I mean, they can always claim ignorance. What's your excuse? Okay, Democrats, here's where I come to Romney's defense. Keep your minds open. See, I happen to know that one of the biggest fears that humans have, black, white, green, yellow, even politicians, is not that you don't know what's going to happen down the road. It's really more about now. It's about losing face and embarrassing moments. Okay, I'm confusing you. It's a proven statistic that public speaking is the biggest fear that we have. If you've ever done it, it can be devastating. The effects, mentally and physically, well, public speaking can ruin a person's life for weeks before the speech, and if all goes downhill, it can last for years and years to come. I used to think we should use public speaking as a torture device, instead of sleep deprivation or waterboarding. However, for some reason, terrorists seem to be pretty good at speaking in mass crowds, so forget about that. Back to my point. When someone is not good at speaking in public, the last thing they want is for someone to throw them a curve. In this case, I agree that we should try the president for treason. Well, that would be more like, a wild ball. And fielding a pitch like that may cost the team the game. So this might be the reason Romney didn't touch it. He has to stay on message, whatever that message is. Which brings me to the other reason that this could have happened. And consider the Romney mind. The woman said, "I agree that we should try the president for treason." Now, at that moment, it is my other theory that Mr. Romney knew exactly what he wanted to say. However, this is no longer a fight for getting the nomination. It's now the real game. If he says the wrong thing, his base will be on him like flies on donations. I can only imagine that Mr. Romney's life is now calculated to the highest degree. Every breath he takes, you know the song from the Police, should be his campaign theme song. Every move you make, they'll be watching you, Mr. Romney. It's not that I don't think that Mitt Romney has support from his peers. He does. If you want to find it and you're a Republican, just check your late night emails. Oh, and if you're a Democrat, check your junk folder. One last thing, I can't wait for the news cycle to get another person's camera view of this young lady asking the question at the Romney rally. And then we can see that she was black. That'll sure make a great attack ad. The visual, a pirate ship. The tagline, even black voters think President Obama should walk the plank.
For more of Will's take on the day's events, go to politicalcomedians.com.